Hi guys. So I'm going to whisper. Let me know if I'm not loud enough because my son is sleeping in the next room. Um, I'm in the bathroom at a hotel, uh, so hopefully he will sleep through this. As you guys know, when I do these impromptu ones without my husband around, um, if he wakes up, it's kind of a bust, but I don't think he will. He's pretty darn tired. So I hope you all had wonderful holidays. I know I checked in briefly right after New Year's, but I hope you guys had really excellent time. We had a wonderful time. We've been very lucky. Um, this season, we always go to visit my in-laws for Christmas, but right afterwards, my husband had a performance in Miami that it just logistically made more sense to drive there than to fly there. And so that meant that my son and I got to go with him. We can't ever get venues to pay for my son and I to go, even though I played with them. I wasn't essential. Um, but because we were driving, we were able to go. And then we stayed down here in Florida because my parents were down here. So we're with them for a little bit. I am in the bathroom. Hi, Drew. Hi, Tom. Um, so, so I'm here in this hotel for a few more days, and hopefully I will get to meet up with Katie, who is also down here. It will be very exciting. I think we may do a Google Hangout on Monday, and I will send you all invitations. Do check your email. I'm going to send this to my chakra workshop members and my workshop members, and probably not make it live on YouTube, so it's a little bit more private for us. So do let me know if you are interested in that. If you are not on one of my Facebook groups or you haven't liked Nutty McFreak on Facebook, I would highly recommend it because I do sneak previews. I get very excited about my videos when I make them, but I like to pace them. You're not getting like 6 videos one week when I have time and then nothing for a month. And I see that I'm a little bit shaky on here. Not much I can do about it because I'm in a hotel and it's their internet. So hopefully it won't be too bad. But we'll see how it goes. Hi, Shannon. Glad you're here. So that's what's been going on with me. I'm working on the shadow workshop curriculum. It's almost all done, just kind of going through some stuff. And I've had one other exciting thing happen is I made the Sacred Space workshop into a book. So it's a little book, but it's a little bit longer because it's got all of the meditations written out. So it is available worldwide on Amazon. I think it's like $10 or something. It's a little bit more than I would like it to be, but just it's logistically that just is to cover the cost of actually printing the book. And it's $2 on Kindle, and it's available all around the world. It does not have the links to the videos. So I just realized if I was going to make it into a paper book, it didn't make sense to have the video links in there. So it is, it has all the meditations written out, and people can sign up on my website to get the video links if they would like them. So that's exciting. It's just exciting to have a paper copy of something I've done. I probably will compile a bunch of these workshops at some point and make it into a thicker book. This one's about 50 pages. So when I get enough of them, we'll make it into a bigger book, which will be fun. But I had just a few things that I wanted to share with you guys tonight because I've been doing a lot of work on manifestation. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's using spirituality, your belief systems, meditation, to try to create the things that you want in this world. And there's a lot of different ways people do that. What I have found works best for me is to really focus on the feelings that I want to create. So if I want my business to grow, what is the feeling that I want to create, not just for me, but for you guys? If that grows, what's the feeling I'm going for? So I want to do a meditation on that with you. It may turn into a larger workshop down the road, but for right now, I'm going to do this live meditation, and then I'm going to try to turn it into more of a ASMR role play. So one of my fairy meditations, and I took video where we were staying in Miami, which was a beautiful botanical garden, which is where we were performing. And I think that footage will turn into part of this role play, and you'll see why when we're all done. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to share with you guys. I'm just getting really excited about the shadow workshop. If you guys aren't signed up for it, you need to. I'm sorry, I know it's shameless plugging, but I've been doing shadow work for a while now, and it's so greatly changed my life that I want to share it with all of you desperately. I really think it's powerful, and I think you all love it. And so if you're not signed up for it, I don't think I have the link below, but I have the link to my website below, and it's on the current workshop page on there. I think the book is also in the description below. So I did a little bit of work on that. I haven't been doing a lot on my website or on Facebook, as you guys have seen, because I've been trying to focus on being on vacation, and I had to work for my other job, so I haven't been able to completely be on vacation, and they've been asking me for overtime. So I've been working a lot for them, and it just means that something has to give. So it's been here, although I've made sure that you guys have gotten video. Oh, that's the other thing. I got a really fun video coming out on Saturday in the afternoon, and it is it's like a makeover treatment, giving you charisma. So it's one of my like fairy magical role plays. I think it's really fun. I think you guys will really like it. I don't think I posted it special on any of the Facebook pages, so I think it'll be new to all of you. Hello, I don't know your name, Rifst Alst. If you want to give me your real name, I'll refer to you by your real name. I know everybody else's real name. And I do have my tarot cards here. I did take my tarot cards on vacation. So if you guys want readings at the end, just make sure you comment and let me know you're here. So with that, I'm going to go into a little, I'll do a live tarot card reading with you guys. So I'm gonna do the little role play, giving you guys some personal attention. If you guys have any ideas of what you would like for like the ASMR part of my meditations, I'm getting a little bit bored with what I usually do, so I want to switch it up a little bit, but I want to make sure you guys get the ASMR part. Hi, Ron. I want to make sure you guys get the ASMR part and are able to relax before the meditation. So that's why I don't really want to drop what I do if it really works for you guys. But if you have other ideas that you know are good triggers for you, I'm more than willing to try them. So I'm going to start off by just anointing a little bit. So I'm going to anoint you on the head, and then I'm going to anoint your third eye. Just rubbing your third eye gently, and then putting a little on both my fingers and rubbing your temples. And rubbing right under your nose, right under your mouth, and then on your collarbone. Right on your hands. So I'm going to put that on your hands. If you guys are familiar with it, those are the points that you tap. If you're doing any of the, I believe it's called EFT, but I may be wrong. I was trained in it at one point. All right, so we're going to go into this time just for you. So let me have your hand. I'm just going to massage your hand. As we circle the energies between us, going along the bones on the top, on your fingers, on the palms of your hand, and the other side. And just calling on the spirits of peace, the spirits of air, calling on the spirits of the south, the spirits of fire, calling on the spirits of the west, spirits of water, and calling on the spirits of the north, spirits of earth. And then just tapping a bit with you. So I'm going to tap on your hand, on your other hand, the top of your head, on your forehead, on your temples, right under your eyes, under your nose, under your mouth, under your collarbone, on your collarbone. Okay. And now, if you are ready, I want you to close your eyes and begin to walk with me down a path. If you have an inner temple, we will be heading to your inner temple. If you are unfamiliar with that, we are heading to a sacred building where your spirit guides reside and where you're always safe. And I want you to look at this place and open the door into the hallway, into the foyer. And I want you to look for a door that leads to your manifestation room. And I want you to open that door and walk in. But this room has now changed. And in the back is an open patio that leads out to a beautiful, immense garden. This garden almost seems too big to not have been noticed when looking at the building. But it is as big as your dreams could possibly get. And if it needs to, it can grow even larger. And I want you to walk out into this garden. But before you do, on the patio, You see a table with a vase that holds 3 small seeds. Pick up these seeds, and each seed represents something you want to manifest this evening. And I want you to step out into your garden and look around and pick a place to plant your first seed. Dig the earth with your hands and place the seed in it. Cover the seed with dirt and return to the patio to retrieve a watering can that is already full there and sprinkle the seed with the water. You notice miraculously that the sprout is already poking out through the dirt. Don't wait to watch that grow. It may turn into a plant, or it may also turn into a piece of furniture. It may turn into a pond. It may turn into a healing hot spring. It may turn into a small room. It may turn into anything. It may turn into a labyrinth. Anything that represents that manifestation for you. As that grows, I want you to move to another part of the garden, and I want you to dig another hole and plant this seed. This is another thing that you want to manifest for 2015. Plant the seed and cover it with dirt, and again return with the watering can to water this, and it immediately begins to sprout. Take your final seed and find a place for that in the garden, planting it with care and watering it gently. As you have planted your final seed, return to the first seed that you planted to see what has grown there. If it is a plant, it may continue to grow and strengthen. Think about what this manifestation is for you. But I want you to focus on what the feeling is that you want this manifestation to create for you. If it is not clear at this time, that is okay. But I want you to return to this place regularly to focus on what the feeling is that you want this manifestation to create. Step a bit away from what has grown, and I want you to see the light from the earth coming up to surround this, and light from above, from the sky, joining that to create an aura around whatever you have grown. What color is that aura? Is it a blue or violet for spirit? Is this a green or pink for love? Is it a yellow indicating power and control? or an orange for creativity, or a red for safety and security. Don't make any judgment, and the color may change at each visit. Just let that source light feed your manifestation. Move to the next seed and see what has grown there. Again, think of the feeling that you want to create with this manifestation. And then watch the source light come up from below and down from above and encircle whatever has grown. Look at the color and see how it nourishes your manifestation in the way that you feel. Move to the final seed. See what has grown. What is the feeling you want this manifestation to bring to your life? See the source light come up from below, down from above, and nourish this seedling and help it to grow. I recommend that you return to this place every day for a month to help you clarify your manifestations, what you want from them. You may add new seeds. You may change the meaning of your seeds. You may change the feelings you want them to create. The colors of the energy may change. Water your seeds and nourish them by envisioning the source light encircling them every day. Look around your garden and know that it will grow and change over time. And when you are ready, you can walk back through your manifestation room, out the door, through the foyer, and out the front room. Leave your inner temple or this sacred space and walk down the path with me, knowing that you have taken a major step towards making your dreams for 2015 come true. Begin to feel and hear the room around you. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, open your eyes. And if you have a drink, it's a good time to drink or eat something. And we're going to release the spirits. And open the circle. So we release the spirits of the north, the spirits of the west, spirits of the south, and the spirits of the east. We release you and thank you for joining us and assisting us on our journey. And let me take your hand and massaging your hand to circle the energy back around. And I hope you have enjoyed this and will use this meditation regularly to create what you want in this year and in your life moving forward. Thank you. So, let me know if you would like a tarot card pulled for you. And while you are, you're welcome, Ron. Thank you. I would assume that the 4 of you that have commented would like tarot cards read for you, at least the 3 of you that I know. And Ron, I would like to pull one for you as well. So I had a meditation about, I would say 3 months ago, where I was told that I needed to visualize what I wanted to manifest, and I needed to visualize it every day from new moon to new moon. And at the time, it didn't resonate with me, but I found that coming up to this last new moon, I believe on the 22nd of December, that all of a sudden it did. I think part of it is I was trying to think of my manifestations in terms of words. Hi, Brittany. I'm so glad you're here. I was trying to think of it in terms of words. And when I started manifesting it into, or visualizing it as a garden, as you guys know, I'm visual, I'm not a word person. So when all of a sudden this garden off of my manifestation room opened up, it all of a sudden clicked for me. And so I have my big oak tree that is this business because I want it to be sturdy, I want it to be reliable, and I want it to be supportive for all of you. And in a hole in my oak tree is a book with all of your names and all the names of people who watch my videos. And I send pink source light of love into it every day. The light around my oak tends to be purple usually, which is kind of the color of spirit. And that's what let me know that I was really thinking of it in the right way. It's not about making money as much as I would like to make enough money to leave my current position. It's more about kind of giving you guys the support and security that you need. There's also a tree in my garden that is me, and it is how I ground myself. So I actually found a beautiful picture of a tree that really looks like a woman with her arms behind her, and that is my vision. And that is how I ground myself and feel source coming into me. So, Ron, did you, this is another Ron, I assume. Okay, good, there's 2 Rons. Ron, did you use the garden just on your own? Had you heard of it from somewhere? Because I don't know where it came to me from, and I sometimes again, I think sometimes I'm tapping into parts of my brain that I can't access normally. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, there's a very scientific part of me that studied psychology when I got my master's, and I really think a lot of my meditation is also tapping into parts of my brain. So when I pull up things from stories or archetypes or things of that nature, I don't dismiss them as saying, oh, that's cliche. It's the part of my brain that I need to tap into to get the information that I need. So, so Ron, I would love to know where you got that and it may be it may be where I got some of that from. I don't know. I don't know where it came from for me. So, all right. So I'm going to start pulling some cards. I'm going to start off. I'm just going to go through my list. I know Tom, Drew, Shannon were the first three that were here, so I want to catch them first. I am going to do. Sorry, I've got too much open on my computer. Okay. I'm going to start with Tom. I'm just going to pull one card for everybody. This is what you need to know today, and it may have to do with manifestation stuff. So Tom, your card is Two of Swords, Lord of Peace Restored. So it's interesting because this is called Lord of Peace Restored, which sounds wonderful, but a lot of what the Two of Swords means is I tend to think of it as not paying close attention to what is going on around you. So it's kind of looking at the forest and missing the trees. It can also be purposely avoiding something you know you need to deal with. The other possibility is blocked emotions. So around manifestation, you may be struggling to find the feelings. Again, this is not always huge, earth-shattering stuff. Sometimes it's like what you just dealt with. So it may be that you're just struggling at the moment to find the feelings that you want to connect. Yeah, and that's where, Tom, I'm just reading your comment. That's where my garden is too. So it's really off of my manifestation room. I walk through my manifestation room. There's like a patio, and then I'm out in my garden. So yeah, I kind of liked that it fed off of the sacred space for me. I'm sorry. I want to read your comments. Oh, you learned the garden from a teacher. Interesting. Well, again, I'm not dictating any spiritual beliefs to anybody, so this works for everybody. So I'm going to pull a card for Drew. So Tom, I just think it may be really needing to tap into the feelings around each of those manifestations. That's been the critical point for me. Because when I think, the classic manifestation is, I want more money, I want more money, I want more money. That just doesn't work for me. And as much as we would all probably like more money, it doesn't work for me to manifest that way. And it doesn't really, I think part of it is because it just doesn't ring true for me. I would like freedom. I would like freedom from my current job. And so I have a part of, this is actually a more recent part of my garden, where I threw a whole bunch of wildflower seeds. And I can't control that part of the garden because they're wildflowers. It's not, it's the neighbors don't like it, and it's wildflowers and they're invasive, and sometimes they're beautiful and sometimes they're not. And I just go and lay in that patch in my garden because that's what I want. I want freedom. And if that comes from having more money, that's great. And if it comes from something else, I'll take it. I just want freedom. So, and right now I don't have a lot of freedom in my job. So that's great. Yeah, meditation is wonderful. And often nuns and monks if there were nuns and monks running your school, sometimes they have really interesting views of spirituality. So my husband stayed in a monastery of Trappist monks out here. And he said when he talked to them, it was more Zen. It sounded much more like Zen than strict church Catholicism. So, Christianity. Yeah, it was very interesting. So, Oh, it sounds beautiful, Ron. I'm so glad this resonated for you. So I have a card for Drew. Drew, you have the Six of Cups, the Lord of Pleasure. So I have been pulling this card constantly, and I think it's because I was on vacation. Nuns are amazing, by the way. This is innocence, childhood, and goodwill. And for me, because I'm on vacation, I think it's like, would you just have fun already? I know you have work to do. I know they're bugging you to work more, but you're on vacation. Would you just turn the computer off and have some fun? So I don't know if that resonates with you, Drew, but I know you're really, really driven too. So although you have a very light heart, so I think you need to tap into that innocence and that light heart. So, all right, let me pick one for Shannon. Shannon, you have the Three of Cups. So this is the Lord of Abundance. This is abundance. Again, when we think about manifestation, a lot of us think about, I want abundance. Well, abundance can be abundance of lots of things, not just money. So this is abundance of friendship. It can also be abundance of joy, like exuberance, and community. So what resonates with me for you, Shannon, is abundance of friendship, but you probably know better than I do. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to pull for the first Ron that checked in. So Rifst Alst. I hope you're still here. So let me pull for you. So you have the Princess of Swords. On some tarot cards, this would be a page, but that's the Princess of Swords, and it's the Princess of the Rushing Winds. So this is use your mind, be truthful, be just, and have fortitude. And the way I interpret that and what kind of resonates with me for you, but again, I always say you know better than I do, but what feels true to me is making sure that you are true to your own beliefs, not what society tells you you should want. And since we're talking about manifestation, you know, our culture, at least American culture, and many other cultures out there right now, really focus on wealth, focus on power, and sometimes we buy into it because we've heard it for so long that in order to have self-worth, we need to have money and power. And sometimes what we need is just self-worth. We need self-confidence. We need to feel good in ourselves. And we think that the money and the power will bring that. But when we really get down to what our beliefs are, that's not what we need. It's not the money and power. It's the self-confidence and the belief in ourselves. So I don't know if that rings true to you. Okay, so it's the same Ron. Okay, good. So Ron, that's what rings true to me. And but again, I always say that the cards are calling to you, not to me, and I don't know you very well. It's the kind of first time we're interacting on here. So so whatever rings true to you is the right interpretation. And then Brittany, I have missed you guys terribly. I've been having a great time on vacation, and I'm kind of purposely like making sure I'm not just doing videos all the time because I want to be on vacation with my family. And I've gotten a little internet obsessed, as I told many of you on Facebook. So Brittany, you have the Knight of Wands, Lord of Flame and Lightning. Okay, so with the Knights, you have the good and the bad. So I'm going to read you both. I'll tell you what resonates with me, but you think about what resonates with you. Charming, self-confident, daring, adventurous, passionate. The negatives are superficial, cocky, foolhardy, restless, and hot-tempered. So this can be a person in your life, but it can also be you. For me, I feel like it's you. And I feel like it's telling you to be a bit more adventurous and daring. And I feel like it's telling you to kind of take the leap that you may be dying to take, but you're so scared of what other people will think if you take it. That's what resonates with me. But again, you will probably know the right interpretation. Well, good, Brittany. It's hard being away from you guys, but I think it's good for all of us. It's hard for me to be away from Facebook so much because I have been with this. But I think taking a little break from the weekly live, although I've done a weekly live video. I did one last week and I did one this week. But I think taking a break from the workshops is a good thing to kind of integrate what we've been doing. So I am so glad that resonated with you, Ron. I hope the cards resonated with the rest of you. I'm just so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to be in 2015. I have a wonderful book. Leonie Dawson did a great book on sort of goal setting. I love goal setting stuff. It works really well for me when I do it. There's Aaron is his last name. I can't remember his first name. But years ago, the last time I was financially stable before I had my child, I had saved up enough money to be able to take maternity leave because I don't get paid maternity leave at my job. So I needed to save up quite a bit of money so that I could really take maternity leave. Raymond Aaron. And I'm not saying any of these are right for anybody else, but he does some really nice free goal setting stuff on his site. You can print out these pages with all these different topics. I haven't done it in years, but I was working with that back when I was about 5-6 years ago. And I was doing pretty well career-wise at the time. So it has you pick, and the thing I like is like, what's the goal you can definitely meet? What's the goal that's a little bit of a stretch? What's the outrageous goal? And that's kind of a fun way to look at things, so that you almost always kind of meet one goal. And boy, you're psyched if you meet the next goal. And if you meet this top goal, you're kind of blown away with the world. So it's a fun way to look at goals. It's kind of a nice one for men because Leonie Dawson, love her. She's very girly. I mean, it's a book for women. And I'm pretty sure it even says a woman's 2015 or whatever. And it's nice and I like it. But I don't know. It's always interesting to me how many of these gurus are very female centered. I guess because right out of my master's program, I ran a men's group. It's funny because I have a women's studies undergrad degree, but after my master's, I ran a men's group. I ran a men's residential facility, actually, and I did some work with women, but mostly men for about 3 years. And men need this stuff so bad, and unfortunately, some of this, I think, because of feminism, which I strongly support, and I think a lot of women have not felt supported, and they feel in co-ed groups like they can't be as truthful. I have not found that for myself, and I think men that are seeking growth are really, really powerful to have around. So I do always try to find an alternative. So Raymond Aaron is really great for everybody. Leonie Dawson's very girly, but she does some good work. So I've been working on that. Pixie Flora. I don't know Pixie Flora. I'm going to have to look that up. Again, I'm relatively new. Oh, Julianne, hi. I wanna pick a card for you. Yeah, we haven't checked in ages. It's been a long time. So most of my live ones now are part of a paid workshop. So, so yeah, if you're not in those, you miss the live ones. So, but Julianne, I've got a card for you. So you get the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knights, like I said, this is the Lord of the wild and fertile land. So you're going to get the pros and the cons. I'll tell you what resonates with me, but you will know what resonates with you, and you are probably right. So this is unwavering, cautious, thorough, realistic, hardworking, stubborn, adventurous, obsessive, pessimistic, and grinding. And I'll tell you the word that jumps out to me is obsessive. I'm sorry, Julian, but there may be something that you, and I'm not thinking of it as being like crazy obsessive, but I'm thinking there may be something that you're overdoing a little bit, and not taking care of yourself as well, because you're either focusing too much on work, focusing too much on taking care of everybody else, focusing too much on the internet or distraction because you're stressed, and not actually doing things that would make you feel better. That's what jumps out to me. But whatever word jumps out at you, you are right. So I just want to read through comments because I see that Brittany was commenting. Okay, good, Brittany. It jumped out at me. It's time to be outrageous. It's time to be adventurous. It's time to do it. So I'm glad that resonated for you. And Brittany, I know you missed the meditation, so going back and doing the meditation may also help you with taking that leap, because give it about a half hour, but then it'll be up and live. All right, well, I'm probably going to call it a night. Again, I've got a nice video coming out that you guys should like. It's very magical, on Saturday. I think at 4 p.m. Eastern time or something. Link to the book is down at the bottom, although I think a lot of you took that workshop. Most of you on here took the workshop, but if you did not, you can get the book. It is available on Kindle for like $2, and it is worldwide. Now, that's one of the nice things about the books, that I also have CDs on Amazon, but they're only US, and it's just the company that I work with that puts them out. Is they only have a connection with Amazon US right now, but their books are worldwide. So that's awesome. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the books, even though I hate writing, but I had written it anyway, so I just had to write up the meditations. Tom, you should take the shadow workshop. Not kidding. The link to my website is below. It's on current workshops. The shadow workshop's going to be amazing. It really is. It's been amazing to me, because I do see myself as a pretty healthy, functional person, and I am. And so doing shadow work for me kind of pulled up, what are the boxes that I put myself in, and what are the kind of films that I put in front of this world that I think are truths that really aren't truths. So again, they're not ruining my life, but they're boxing me in, and they're not allowing me to grow in ways I want to grow now. And so it's been really interesting to me, because a lot of people do shadow work because they're really hurting over something. And I've been really impressed that it's been really, really useful work for me, even though I'm not in a great deal of pain, and I'm not miserable with my life. And I still have lots of things that control me, even though I feel like I'm in control. So shadow work's great. It's not scary. I'm not going to make it scary. I'm not going to make it horrible, because why the hell will we do it? And we really should do it regularly if it's horrible and if it's awful. And I don't want anyone to be in a traumatic place where your only connection is through the internet. So we're not going to go there. We're going to tap into stuff that we can easily deal with. So, okay. Good night. Oh, Beth, before you go, I want to pull a card for you before we call it a night. If there's anybody else here, quick, jump in, because then I'm going to call it a night. Beth, your card. Oh, your card is Temperance. So the daughter of the reconciler. So you have balance, temperance, balance, health. So the way I always read this is, and the way that usually plays true for me, is if you are stressed, your body will make you sick if you don't take care of yourself. So you need to find a way to balance your life. And balance is a hard word because especially for women, because I think sometimes it makes us feel like we have to be able to do everything, and we have to be the perfect mom, and we have to be wonderful at work, and we have to do self-care, and we have to, that's not what I mean by balance. I mean, if you are killing yourself taking care of everyone else, you're not going to be able to take care of everyone else. So when I say balance, I mean finding ways to do self-care if you are not doing that. And again, your body will shut down and you will get a cold or something worse if you're not taking care of yourself. So that's what that card means to me. It may not be what balance may mean something else to you. You are right. If that does not resonate with you, that's what's coming to me though. Definitely sign up for workshops. If it is a financial burden and you really want to be in a workshop, email me. The money aspect, honestly, is I found out a long time ago that people tend to value more what they pay for. I will always do videos for free on here because I want people to get what I can give if they want it. So the other reason I have people pay is you get a reading of some sort, and it's often a 3-card tarot reading at the end of every video. So if I have 100 people show up to a free live video, I can't do that. So it's also a way just to keep the group small. If it's a financial burden you really want to be in, just let me know. As long as I know it's somebody who really wants to be there, that's good enough payment for me. So got it, Beth. When I was getting my master's, that's when I started playing music because I needed to just go and hit a gong for 4 hours a week. And that's really what I did, is I played kanong in Javanese music. And it's really like you listen to this big, long set of music and then you hit one gong. And then there's another big, and then you hit another gong. That's what I needed to do. Yeah, take care of yourself, Beth. And I hope to see you guys in the Shadow Workshop. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, friend me. If you can't find me, go to the ASMR relaxation group and ask to be in that. And I will usually friend you right there. I will also add you to that group. You can always message me that way. Also, jcrossstitch@gmail.com. I know it's a bit complicated because there's 3 S's in the middle. That's the main reason I just don't give out my email, because most people get it wrong. So you can comment that way. You can comment through YouTube, whatever you need. But if it's something that's calling to you, I want you in. So that's enough said. The other thing that you guys get through the workshops, and some of the people on here can talk to it, is you get in a Facebook group, and it's a small group because usually I usually cap my workshops at 12. because at the very end you get your own little guided meditation, and I do 3 at a time, and they take me a lot of time. And if it's more than 12, I'm just going to pass out. So if at any point we're going over 12, sounds good, Beth, I will split the group so that I do the readings and things at another time, because I want to keep those groups small. So I never want somebody who wants in the group not to be able to get in the group. They can get in the group, but I will probably end up doing separate videos for over 12. So you get in a Facebook group, and it's small, and we're all really close, and it has been the most valuable thing of 2014 for me. People in my chakra workshop are invaluable to me. They have meant so much to me this year. And I know it's been important to a lot of them too. So it's one of the biggest benefits of the workshop. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go because I have to do another hour of work tonight. Yay! I'll be so happy. This week is, as much as I'm having a great time, I'm going to Kennedy Space Center tomorrow because I love Kennedy Space Center. We saw a rocket take off a year ago, and I'm like a little kid. I liked it better than anybody else, including my 4-year-old. So we're going for me. We're not going to Disney. We're going to Kennedy Space Center because that's where I want to go. So you guys have a great rest of the week. I will be back home next week. And then the week after, on the 20th, we start Shadow Workshop. Yay! I can't wait to get back to doing workshops with you guys. So do reach out to me if it's calling to you. If you want more information, it's on my website. If you want more information, you can feel free to ask me, and I'm happy to share. So yeah, Tom, you need to be in the Shadow Workshop one way or the other, so just let me know. Okay. Good night, guys.